Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We got a list of 20 properties. Actually, one of the best lists I've seen in a while. And you ever get those earworms? I have one right now. I am listening to the Bee Gees nonstop, believe it or not. Anyway, that's as I'm speaking to you, I'm hearing "To Love Somebody" in my head. That's weird. Let's talk about some homes. So first one up is Ferguson. I've also had this hacking cough too, so I might sort of gasp some air. This is about a 1,500 square foot home. Big master bedroom. The other bedrooms are a little bit small, but the master's big. It's not super fancy inside, but it's $559. It by far is bigger than anything else in the mid fives. And I don't think it's too bad at all, especially when you've got your green space behind. You get a bit of landscaping here. Usually when you see landscaping like this, you know that on some level they've taken good care of the home, or you can assume, I should say. It's not a perfect correlation, but I would say the 90th percentile chance that even though the cabinets in the kitchen maybe aren't the most impressive ones you're ever going to see, I still feel like this one probably is going to show well without seeing it in person, just knowing based on visuals in the listing. $51 fee for garbage and snow removal in the complex. There's a very good chance that if the address has a number behind it, that there's some kind of shared area, some kind of a condo townhouse. So this is what's called a parcel of tied land, which means the road is the condo, but the house you would own as a freehold. So everybody pays into the road and a few of the common areas too, visitor parking and that kind of thing, which is where you come up with that garbage and snow removal part. So great deal, $559 for 1,500 square feet with a forest behind. Next up is 310 Pine, $589. You have a detached double car garage, 89 by 116 feet. Got a nice mature tree. The house itself is probably no more than 800 or 900 square feet. They're not very big homes. 2 bedroom, 2 washroom. There is a shower on both levels, so there is a finished basement. These homes were built in an age when basements were kind of like, if you live in them, you just got to be careful about things kind of flooding and spilling over and all the rest of it. That's your backyard. Some people are going to look at this and say, boy, that is a sweet development lot. The problem with that is this thatched area on the zoning map is floodplain. Milton hasn't flooded in like 50 or 60 years. But if it did, this home would be pretty much underwater. There are some insurance things that you'd want to look into. So as part of your conditions, so making an offer on this, financing home inspection, we are back to the days when you can do conditions, and like the spring, you would want to put a condition on insurance, and you'd want to be very clear with the insurance company. This is the property right here. That this is what's going on with the home, is that it's in this sort of conservation floodplain area. There are properties that have insurance here. Sometimes with things like wiring and things like this, worst case, you just go back to the seller's insurance company and you say, hey, you know what? You guys are insuring it already, so just keep us going on it instead of using your own insurance company. So Brandon Terrace with the 4 square pictures. I've always liked seeing a big shot of the front, but anyway, that's the next shot here. $639 is the price. Potentially, you could park 2 cars side by side in the driveway. This also looks deep enough that you could probably do 2 cars. So lots of options for parking. Inside the home looks good. There's really nothing to chop it down. There's a finished basement here. I think there's a lot more finished space in this home than you'd see in many homes under $650. And the design looks good, super clean. That is there because guess what's behind it? The 401, or it might be commercial over on Maple there, but either way, it's very close to the 401, and you don't really have any grass either. which some people like, other people don't. I think this would be kind of a cool little basketball court, but it's still nice to look out and see grass too. Anyway, you're going to hear the 401 from here. Probably my biggest complaint, and probably the reason why this home is priced a little more aggressively down, taking that into consideration. Okay, so we got another one on Robert. There was one that was $599, sold like within a day or two of listing. Double car garage, condo townhouse, $288 a month on fees. Not a parcel of tied land. This one covers more maintenance on the outside. 4 washrooms, including a bathroom in the basement. I like this one. I like the price. Even with the condo fees, I think this is a good option. Mostly retired here, but for the size and the double car garage, if you were to buy 1,750 square feet with a double car garage, there's not many sort of townhouse styles, but if it was detached, because remember, this one makes up for some of that townhouse versus detached because it's such a good location. You could walk to downtown, but you're probably paying somewhere around sort of $750 to $800 for something like that, with the finished basement and all the rest. So you're getting about $100,000 off, and then you're paying $288 a month for your condo fees. Now, the other thing people forget, your insurance on a home like this is probably $70-$80 a month. Building insurance is covered. Contents you pay for, but building insurance is more often than not included in a condo fee. So that's one of your monthly bills that you wouldn't necessarily need to worry about, or it'd be significantly reduced. I like the price. I like everything about this one, except for the fact that vowels seem to be optional in the description. So its main layout that fitters, it's not cool. And I think, actually, if you look at how long this description is, I think that there's probably even a few extra spaces that they could have added, or extra vowels. Oh well. So a lot in Old Milton right now. If you look at some of those streets, the Roberts and the Johns and the Bows and all that kind of stuff, King, it's worth probably close to 600 grand right now for a lot, 60 by 120, 130 feet. This one is 124 by 120. Heslop's not known as sort of like a premium street. You get some traffic, but the house is okay. I think most people would want to do some pretty significant upgrades, but I gotta figure that the lot here, they tried up in the 7s every couple weeks. They've kind of come down on price. This is the second price adjustment. Carrying that momentum and getting this one for the right price, I think makes a lot of sense. This is a big property. If you had to do an addition, you're probably $100 a square foot to do that. That's assuming you're not digging foundation, you're putting concrete slab, maybe a little bit more than that. And if you were to build full, you've got excavation costs, and then you're probably building it $200 a square foot for something decent. So anyway, I like this one. I think the price is good. You just can't, this is one of those, I've said it twice this week, it's a can't lose option when you have this size of property anywhere close to Old Milton downtown. So the hits keep coming today. You've got another one where it doesn't look the best, but people do it. You could park a second car this way if you needed to, and then you've got your driveway with the extra spot. So just convenient. Most people have 2 cars, and they don't like doing the switcheroo game. Just how it is. I've helped a lot of people move almost exclusively because if they had to switch cars around for another week or month or whatever, they would absolutely lose their mind. 1835 square feet, 3 bedrooms. There's a finished walkout basement, which is the reason why I'm sharing this with you. I love the layout. I love the front room that could be used as an office, separate. Nice open concept main floor. It looks like it's only an 8-foot ceiling. This model looks so much better with 9-foot ceilings. But they've taken good care of it. There's your basement. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. This sort of cabinet thing going down like that is a little bit weird. but it works. It's a very viable option with the walkout basement. It's very safe. There's a little bit of a patio for whoever lives down there, whether it's an in-law or if it's just extra family space or whatever you want to do. $769 is a good price. There's this model for sale. It's probably not going to sell. We talked about it earlier this week for like $800. This is a good price. The last model sold low just over $700,000, but I think there's definitely a market as you get up there in the $750-ish range for something like this. So you get 20 photos when you put a listing out. So 1.25 gets you this one, 3186 square foot Wild Rose. Love the floor plan. The street's great too. So Wettlaufer's a good street. Got a 140 foot deep lot, pie shape. But if you look at this, you've got shots of they're important rooms. It's hard to sell a vacant house. You got to really make sure it's super clean. You got to make sure the paint's good. Almost like you're selling like a builder home if you're not going to have furniture in it, because people will notice all the flaws. So anyway, it's always nice to have the vacuum lines too. Shows that they at least vacuumed, which is more than I can say for some properties. You've got a little bit of a finished area downstairs. It looks like maybe just a bathroom, nothing else. It's kind of weird. Concrete patio, but how are you going to do... That's not a backyard shot, so there's no shot from like the back door of the lot. It's fascinating. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. This is the selling feature of this home besides a really good layout. I mean, the finishes aren't bad, but that lot is the winner. Why not have an aerial shot? Why not have something like even, showing where it is? The guys on Anderson did, even though there's a busy road behind, show how big the lot is. I don't know why they didn't do it. So there we go. That is the list. Solid Friday list. If you want to see anything this weekend, we are around. Give us a call at 905-693-9346, or you can even just respond to an email I send out, and it'll come right to me. So have a great day. We'll see you back here on Monday with another episode.